All right, thanks, Matt. Well, Senator Lamar Alexander was in East Tennessee today defending his position on upholding clean air rules and EPA regulations.
His stand is on the issues opposite most in his party, and he has been under attack by pro-coal groups like American Commitment, who released this ad saying Alexander sides with the president in a war on coal.
Well, new here at 6 News reporter Alexis Zotos talks with Senator Alexander and key players in East Tennessee's initiative to clean up the state's air pollution.
Senator Lamar Alexander spoke at a Nissan dealership to emphasize that his position on the clean air rule is fueled by the promise of better health and more jobs for Tennesseans.
If the paint plant emissions had been so great as to push Nashville's dirty air too high, Nissan wouldn't have come to Tennessee, it would have gone to Cartersville, Georgia, and we wouldn't be able to say today that 1/3 of our manufacturing jobs are auto jobs.
The Clean Air Rule requires utilities to install pollution controls on coal-fired plants.
I think that this rule is really pro-coal and not anti-coal because it guarantees coal a place in the long-term clean energy mix.
TVA has already made strides to reduce their emissions.
Whether these regulations come into play or not, our plan would continue in terms of moving to that cleaner, more balanced portfolio.
But Alexander and other clean air supporters know TVA can't make the changes on their own.
TVA alone can't clean up our air because the air blows in from other states.
TVA is moving in that direction, and we want to make sure that all the utilities around the region have to do the same thing, and TVA isn't penalized for doing the right thing.
Alexander, though, believes President Obama should give utilities an extension, making the regulations take place in 2019 as opposed to 2016.
We're on that track. Certainly we could use more time.
But Stephen Smith of Southern Alliance of Clean Energy says that's simply another stall tactic.
Rule has been 20+ years in the making. The utilities have seen it coming for a long time. Those that have done good planning are prepared for it and are making the decisions they need to make. There's a handful that are screaming because they thought they could beat it and stop it, but they didn't.
In Alcoa, Alexis Zotos, 6 News.
Now, that vote is expected to take place next Tuesday.
Well, Senator Bob Corker will be rolling out some new TV ads for his re-election campaign starting next week.
You know, I never really dreamed I'd be a U.S. Senator. I dreamed of building a business.
The ads titled Bob and Lizzie feature the senator and his wife talking about what led him to get into politics, specifically a church trip building homes in Haiti. At this point, Corker faces several opponents in the Republican primary, but none with nearly his level of name recognition or his millions in campaign funds. So why is the senator spending some $2.5 million on this and planned subsequent ad buys? Well, Corker's chief of staff issued this statement saying, quote, "We are taking nothing for granted. We believe we have an effective plan to deliver the senator's message and ask voters to support him again. If political circumstances change, we will adjust our plan accordingly."
Well, would